Hello, Quick.
Oh, hi, Todd.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh my goodness! Did someone punch you in the face?
No, why did you say that?
Your eyes are like, I don't even know what's happening there in your, like, with your eyes. Are you okay?
I guess I'm okay. I slept for 3 hours.
You slept for what?
3 hours.
3 hours? Are you out of your mind? You realize that there is tons of research done and telling people constantly that they need at least 8 hours to operate efficiently throughout their day. What were you thinking?
I know, I have a lot of stat homework. Sorry, I have to run a
You have what?
a lot of stat homework.
Stat homework can wait. You realize 3 hours will not help you when you go to that stat exam because you will not be able to do anything. As a matter of fact, I've just read recently a study that correlates sleep deprivation to effect on perceived health and attractiveness of individuals. And your case is just everything that I've read in that research.
Really? Can you show me that study?
I knew you would say that because I have a skeptical friend. As a matter of fact, I brought the expert straight from Sweden. The package just arrived. I'm going to pick it up. No, I'm just kidding. His flight just landed. Mr. John Axelsson is one of the best researcher out there in Sweden. Hello, Mr. John. Mr. John, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is John Alsosen, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I am from the Karolinska Institute in Sweden, and I do all kind of studies on sleeping because I just love sleeping.
I'm very interested before you go into your explanation. What did you find out? What was your conclusion after your study?
Well, it's very intuitive. People who sleep less actually are perceived as less healthy and less attractive than people who sleep more. And although this is very intuitive, like I say, putting a study and experiment on it helps us establish a causation factor in the study. So the lack of sleep causes people to perceive you as less healthy and less attractive.
Why should I even trust your study?
Well, this study is very credible because it has been published by the BMJ, which is a British medical journal. We have been published since the 1840, and we have the impact score factor of 19.67, which is very high for a medical journal. We were also ranked 4th out of all the general medical journals. Furthermore, there's also the sources of funding which are non-biased. For example, we're funded by 3 organizations, the first one being the Sweden Medical Society, and the second one being the Osher Center, and the last one being this really renowned center in Sweden with a name in Swedish that I cannot pronounce, but I've looked into it, and they're very nonpartisan, very non-biased, and they're purely scientific, so I can assure you that they have no impact on the outcome of this research.
And how was this study conducted?
Well, the study was conducted through photographs actually. We have a group of 23 people, and for those 23 people who are usually sleep-deprived people, we first take a picture of them. And then we send them home where they go to sleep, and then they take an 8-hour sleep. And the moment they wake up, if they are able to sleep for 8 hours, the moment they wake up, they would send a text message to us saying, "Oh, hey, I'm up." And then we would record that and bring them in the next morning and take a picture of them. Then we will present the pictures. First, the picture of them with 8 hours of sleep, and the picture of them with less than 8 hours of sleep. And then to 65 participants, observers who will rate these photos from 1 to 10. Which ones are the most attractive, 10 being the most attractive and 1 being the less attractive. And we compile these results into a form, and then we see what come out the most, what was rated as the most attractive and perceived as most healthy.
And how does this study relate to me and other college students?
Well, as you might know from your own experience, college students often suffer from lack of sleep. Schoolwork, experiments, study, researches, internships, you name it, and I've been there, done that, so I think this is important And while you want to focus on your study, you must know that being healthy and being attractive is sometimes important, especially at your age when it's all about feeling good and looking good and going out there and change the world.
So, what's your population of interest?
My population of interest are college students, especially from the age of 18 to 31. And that's why we use only people from age 18 to 31 in our researches, especially people who are college students, and we chose only 23 people from those qualified.
I'm still not buying this. Your study is probably full of bias anyway.
Well, yes, Hui, of course you're a stat student, so you would know of some sampling biases. And indeed, there might be some in this study. We have witnessed some convenience bias since we chose only students from our universities and some other people, but not too many. We also see some volunteer biases because people who are here are people who volunteered. However, we did try to take measures to reduce our sampling bias. There are 70 people who applied for this program. However, we only chose 23. We rooted out all the people who have sleep problems, chronic diseases that affect your sleep, so that our study would apply to the most general audience and the most general population possible.
I'm not skeptical, but just to clarify for my friends here, what steps did you take in preventing and limiting your bias, your own bias as a researcher?
Yes, on top of sampling biases, we are definitely aware of some researchers' biases, which are our own biases, and therefore we have come up with some steps to reduce that. First, there might be some biases with the photographer who takes a picture, and this is why this comes in. Yes, what? These are the pictures that were taken. So the photographer might know the sleeping condition of the people. However, the camera was kept at the same angle with the same kind of lighting. So the photographer, even though she might know of the sleeping condition, cannot alter the way she takes a photo. So that's why it's consistent, the kind of photo that we take, and the only difference is the person, whether he has slept or he has not slept the night before. Secondly, there might be some biases with how we present the pictures to the people. For example, this is the photo of Christina with 8 hours of sleep. This is Christina with less than 8 hours. We don't always show pictures in the order of 1, 2, which is the one with more sleep and the one with less sleep to follow. For example, we would show the person, Christina will be shown with her better photo first, and John, for example, will have the one with less sleep shown first, so that we can reduce the kind of expectation of the people who observe these photos.
I am also very interested to know, after 6 years of publication now, when you look back at your research, what would you have loved to do differently?
Yes, because of the time and the constraints, we could not have performed this more thoroughly. However, after 6 years, we believe that with more funding, we can go through more processes to ensure that this result is more trustworthy. Firstly, we would conduct the process of taking the picture over and over again. So we don't just take, for example, Christina from 1 day with full sleep and 1 day with less sleep, and then present those photos, because there might be some differences with how she changes her facial features that would affect the outcome of the photos. We would take the photos over and over again and put Christina to sleep over and over again, and keep her awake over and over again, and take pictures again and again and again, so that we can ensure we get the best quality.
What's up, Christina?
Did you have enough sleep
last night?